Once upon a time, in a grand castle nestled deep in the forest, there lived a prince who had been turned into a beast because of his selfish ways. The only way to break the spell was for him to learn to love not just with his heart but also with kindness towards all living things. One day, Beauty, a kind and gentle girl, came to see the castle. She and the beast became friends over time, but the beast still struggled to love everything around him. He was afraid of insects, those tiny creatures that crawled on the ground and buzzed in the air. Whenever he saw them, he would stomp his large feet and growl in disgust. Beauty noticed this and wanted to help the beast understand the importance of all creatures, even the smallest ones. One sunny afternoon, they were sitting in the garden surrounded by beautiful flowers. A butterfly flew by and landed on Beauty's hand. "Isn't it lovely?" Beauty asked, smiling at the butterfly. The beast frowned. "It's just a bug. I don't see why you like it." Beauty chuckled softly. "Beast, did you know that without these tiny insects, our garden wouldn't be as beautiful as it is? Butterflies, bees, and other insects help the flowers bloom." The beast was surprised. "How do they do that?" Beauty explained. "Insects carry pollen from one flower to another. Without them, many plants wouldn't grow, and the world would be less colorful." The beast thought for a moment. "But what about the ants? They always seem to get into my food. And the spiders? They make webs all over the place." Beauty smiled. "Even ants and spiders have their place in the world. Ants work very hard to clean up crumbs and dead leaves. They are like tiny helpers. And spiders catch flies and other bugs that can harm us." The beast scratched his head. "I never thought of it that way." Just then, a tiny ladybug landed on the beast's large paw. He was about to brush it off, but Beauty stopped him. "Look closely," she said. "Ladybugs help plants by eating pests that can damage them." The beast peered at the ladybug. It was small and harmless, with tiny black spots on its red back. He didn't feel the need to brush it off anymore. As days went by, Beauty continued teaching the beast about the insects around the castle. They watched as bees buzzed from flower to flower, as ants marched in long lines carrying food to their homes, and as spiders spun delicate webs between the trees. Slowly, the beast began to understand how every creature had a role in the world. One evening, as the sun set and the stars twinkled in the sky, the beast turned to Beauty and said, "I've learned something important. Love isn't just for people or big things. It's for everything, even the smallest creatures." Beauty smiled warmly. "That's right, beast. When we love and respect all living things, we show kindness to the world." The next morning, the beast woke up to a surprise. He looked in the mirror and saw that the spell had been broken. He was no longer a beast, but a handsome prince again. His heart had changed, and so had his appearance. But the prince didn't care about his looks anymore. What mattered to him was the lesson he had learned. All creatures, no matter how big or small, deserve love and respect. From that day on, the prince and Beauty cared for their garden together. They welcomed the insects, the birds, and all the creatures that visited their home. And they lived happily ever after, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the love they had found, not only for each other but for every living thing. Moral of the story: we should respect and love all creatures, big and small, because each one has an important role to play in our world. By being kind to even the tiniest insects, we show love for the world around us. Now that we have learned about Beauty and the Beast and how they grew to love all the creatures around them, remember this: kindness starts with small actions. Just like Beauty helped the Beast understand, you too can show care for all living things, whether big or small. As you drift off to sleep, think about all the tiny wonders in the world, like butterflies, ants, and even spiders, working hard to make the world a better place. Tomorrow you can do the same by being kind and gentle. Good night, little one. May your dreams be filled with kindness, love, and the beauty of nature. Sleep tight and wake up ready to share your love with the world.